Hi everyone, welcome back to Sit and Knit for a Bit with Arne and Carlos. And we are as always your hosts.
Arne and Carlos, and we are a little bit out of practice because this is our first podcast this year in 2026. So it takes a little while to get into the motion and everything. But we do have podcasts starting from this month onwards for the rest of the year. We're very excited to share our lives and everything that is going on with you. Today, though, we're going to start with on a little sad note. We had to say goodbye to Freya a short while ago. And you all know that pets become a part of the family. And Freya was very much a part of our little family. But she was also a part of our YouTube family. So we know that a lot of you will now be sad to hear the news. Mm-hmm. But we went to the vet and for a checkup. And we talked to the vet about her condition. And the vet did say that she was okay, but she wouldn't be for long. And we did not want her to suffer in any way. And we've always said it. Yeah. Right?
That's kind of something you have to be, how do you say that? You have to kind of insure.
Yeah, you have to, when you get a dog, you know that one day you may have to
have that responsibility, having a dog, that you can't just keep the dog forever. And when the dog is sick, you have to let the dog go. Yeah. And she's been on heart medication for quite a long time now. And she was very good in the beginning. She was jumping around like she was a little puppy again, but now the last month maybe she's been not good.
Yeah, I mean, she has not been in pain, but we could see that she was not as up and running as she usually was. So yeah, but we want to tell you all that she had a lovely last day. We did not know what was going to happen because we were only going to the vet for a checkup. So the morning was as usual. We fed her, we cuddled her, she cuddled us. And then we went to the vet, and luckily for Freya, she loved the vet. So, and the office and all the other people working there. So she walked in, we were, our normal selves. She high-fived everybody, she did her dances, she got some treats. And then when we got the news, the vet asked us if we wanted to schedule an appointment to do it. The vet asked us what our decision was, and we said we don't think that she should suffer. And then the vet said, so do we schedule an appointment? And I said to the vet, well, we came here, everything was as normal, and I think that maybe it's better to do it now because that gives her a full normal time before it happens. Plus, she loves the vet. So yeah, I think
she would have noticed.
She did not notice because
but if we took her back and had a date, she would notice that something was wrong, I guess.
If we had an appointment to do what happened, she would have known from the beginning. And we gave her a peaceful last moment in her life. Yeah. So yes, it feels empty. And yes, we miss the little bundle of joy that Freya was. But all in all, I think that animals have that privilege. If their owners do by what is right, then the animals actually get to live a good life with quality. And then when there's no longer quality, or before that stage, they get to go away. And we like to think of it as she is now in her own little place, chasing moose constantly.
There won't be any moose screaming anymore. Yeah. Or we can do it.
Yeah, we'll do it.
If we see a moose on the ice.
She's eating liver pate as much as she wants. And my mom's there with her, taking good care of Freya. My mom loved that dog. So they're reunited now, and we just have to figure out how to live without that little bundle of joy.
I was just checking if she was still on our bag for the tours we do, but she's not.
No, she's not there.
Because she was on the bag for many years.
Yeah, a few years ago, but we redesigned it, and
so that's life.
Yeah,
she will come back in a box.
Wow.
And we will make a very nice place for her in the garden.
She's not coming back in a box. We ordered an urn for her. And
the urn will be in the box.
Yeah, And then we're going to build a little mausoleum for her, as we did with our other dog, Lida.
Lida has a very nice place.
Yes, and in case all of you are wondering, no, we are not getting another dog. We got Freya before we started traveling like cray-cray. Considering we're traveling 150 days a year now, we did not do that when we got Freya. It would be very irresponsible to get a new dog. So instead of getting a new dog, we're just making plans to travel more, I guess.
Yeah.
Or something.
Have you just been traveling?
Yes.
You can see that, like we haven't shaved yet. We have to go to the hairdresser next week. Is it next week?
Next Wednesday, yeah.
And we've been really roughing it on the coastline in Norway.
As you can see, I got my tote bag from the cruise that we've just done, a Norwegian knitting cruise, and it's got a little Wisconsin pin on it because we had the Madison Knitting Guild as our group. So this was a knitting cruise that was organized by the Knitting Guild for the Knitting Guild. And we had a lot of fun. Fantastic people in Wisconsin.
Very nice group. And I think it was a bit different from other trips we have done because this time almost everybody was knitting.
Yeah, there were 2 husbands only.
Yeah, and everybody was knitting in the lounge upstairs in the 8th floor in the ship every evening almost. And normally when we have other groups, there are like also smaller groups. So people come and go more, and some sit in other places. But this group was very...
It was lovely.
Hardcore knitters.
Very lovely. I do have to say, though, I did miss spouses. There were 2 spouses non-knitting. They started knitting. Well, one of them was actually a knitting spouse. So there was one non-knitter. But anyway, I would have liked like 10. I like the spouses a lot. The spouses create some really good dynamics as well in these groups. So I would have wanted more spouses. That being said, all the knitters were delightful.
Yeah, it was very nice. But we did only one way. We went up to Kirkenes and we left from Kirkenes. And for those of you who didn't see us in the airport, we just have to say it was a very nice trip. And we were really happy to meet all of you and spend time with you. But I guess we heard it was the same with you as it was with us. Yeah. The airport is small and very chaotic.
Yeah, we're very sorry.
We disappeared. Like we went through security and suddenly we were like on the way into the airplane and there were like so much chaos. And we heard from our tour leader that it was the same with the other group. So
we're very sorry.
Next time I want to go up and down.
Yeah, we're very sorry that it was so chaotic in the end. We actually we went on the security line, and when we got through, we boarded the plane, and that was it. And then we sat there for like 40 minutes inside the plane. Meanwhile, you guys were all going through security to board the other flight because we were on separate flights due to an error in bookings. Anyway, that's life. We hope to see all of you again in the future. I know we will see some of you. And we had a terrific cruise, and I thought I'd show you what I was working on.
Yeah, let's see what you did, Carlos.
Yeah.
I shouldn't laugh because I didn't do much on this cruise.
You definitely should not laugh.
No, I shouldn't laugh.
I have, so we've just launched new colors of the Arne Carlos socks and more. I'm just going to move this away to make it a little tidier. I'll shove it up here. Yeah. Anyway, we've just launched new colors of the Arne Carlos socks and more. And I instinctively gravitated towards this one when we saw them. Now we make these, we design the colorways in a computer and we code everything. And then the engineers and the factory, they do the yarn and they print the colors as they're supposed to be. So usually I do like when I get the yarn or when we get the yarn back, when we have approved the look or the colors. I'm going to take off the ball band. Just want to show you anyway.
But we also have the sock.
Yeah, here, don't worry. I'll take it up.
Yeah.
So here's the ball. And usually what I like doing is I like knitting these up to see what they look like, kind of like to rediscover again, because we designed this and then I'm working on that. I haven't come that far because I'm struggling with these, I think they're called the FlexiFlips or something. And I'm struggling a bit because of, this is something new I have never tried before. But anyway, I am getting there. And as you can see, the colors are super nice. Here is what I've done. And I have a dear friend who knits the socks. She does a rib 2x2. And then when she does the rib and she starts the sock, she does a 3x1. So she knits three, on the sock itself. She knits 3 and purls 1, and that gives it more stability. And I like my friend very much. So therefore, I knit now the socks the way she does. Yeah. So this is the beginning of a sock. Unfortunately, this is how slow I am. I did this in 5 days. But that's life.
But you have other things.
I do other things too, not only that.
You look at the view, and you talk.
And here is the result. This is the after. I haven't done these, but this is what it looks like when it's completed. And I really love this colorway. And I knew already when we were designing this colorway that it was going to be a favorite of mine because it is really nice. This, my project on the ship. And I had fun. Should we show some more of the new colorways since we have them here? We have to ship these to the H&H in Cologne.
And they're going back to Cologne for the trade show?
Let me just stretch. This is another one. This is my second favorite. Really love. This is Mountains and Fjords. I really love this colorway. And the sock is here. Let's show the sock. Here it is.
That's the sock.
And as you can see, literally, it's mountains and fjords on a beautiful day. Look at that.
So you remember the names because we also have this band. We have to put these.
Yeah, I don't remember the name. I don't remember the name of the color. But I do like, this is a few less colors. The other one had 8 colors. This one's only got 4.
This one is called Ransverk.
Yeah, but I really love it. It's really nice. So yeah.
So that I can take it, so I can organize them.
And then you might have some favorites, Arne. I don't know, that are not those.
I like everything.
Yeah, I like.
But right now, I work on the T-shirt. I think I've showed that before.
No, but the T-shirt is not a new color.
No, these are only the new colors.
Yes.
So I'm not gonna show you the T-shirt.
No.
Because I brought that on the cruise. My plan was to knit it.
Yeah, but
I didn't.
But you can show it, but it's not part of the new colors.
This is nice.
Yeah, it's this one here.
This is called Morgedal. That's from the Beltestakk, the folk costume in Telemark. This one is nice.
Yep.
And I also like, I like the one you're making. That one is nice. This.
Yeah, that one, let's see, that one is this one here.
This is Frost Night. This is the Munch.
Yeah, a lighter color. Very nice.
Color.
Very nice.
But I like all of them.
And then this one's also super nice. This one's called Gargia. The series is Gargia.
That's this one.
Yeah, that's very nice. And then finally we have a pink one that is very lovely with a little bit of acid green in it for a pop of color. This is also from the Munch collection.
Yeah. That's very different from the other in this collection. So
and then people will ask, where can I buy it? And then they'll insert the name of the town. Which is not easy for us because we come from a very small country and the yarn is worldwide. So it is very difficult for us to tell you exactly where to go. But we can tell you this, it's well distributed. If you want to buy it online, if you are international, Europe especially, EU, you could go to arnecarlos.com and you could select buy a yarn from the menu. And then you can click yourself and you can buy the yarn online. And if you buy for a certain amount, it's free shipping and it's within the EU and within Europe.
I think also if you're in Norway, I think so for now, I think you have to do it online because I went into every Husfliden store on the way up north and the yarn stores I found and no one had the yarn yet. So I don't know when it's coming, but if not, there's always internet.
Yeah, and if you are from North America, Wool & Co. in Elgin sells it. It's a very large online shop. They offer free shipping. You don't even need to hit a minimum. It's free shipping. Usually next day delivery. But Wool & Co. Is not the only one. We've got tons of stores in the United States that sell it. That's the only one we know has it right now, the new colors. But what you do, if you don't want to buy it online from Wool & Co., you go to your local yarn store and ask for it. And if they say that they don't have it, you tell them to contact Destination Knitting, which is our distributor in the US, destinatioknitting.com. Tell them to contact them and then they can bring in the yarn to their stores. If you're in Canada, I know that the Knitting Loft in Toronto will carry the new colors. I know that Urban Yarns in Vancouver will do so too. And I think also Biscotte in Quebec will do it as well. I think they have stores in Quebec and Montreal and a lot of other places. So there's options there as well. So make sure to check in Canada. Delivery in Canada is a little bit delayed. However, we do have delivery already in the US. So it's already available in the US and already internationally, and it's coming to Canada in a bit. And then, of course, Australia and Japan and those countries, I'm not really sure right now the situation, but you could always buy it online through our website. Okay.
Okay. You want to know what I didn't do on the trip?
Tell us what you didn't do.
I brought crochet yarn because my plan was to do handles for a crochet bag, which I didn't touch at all. That was in the bag. Then I brought yarn for the doll collection we do. I made 2 legs, and I just have to join the legs, but then it stopped. And then I did not. What more did I not do? I did not knit on the socks for the folk costume because I forgot the pattern at home.
And you did not knit socks for the sock yarn?
I did not knit socks.
That's me.
That's you. So I made a project for the cruise that I finished, and then I started to do this.
Yes.
I started with this one, but this is something this is based on a traditional garment I found in a book.
Arne is very excited.
I'm very excited about this, but it's the first one. So this is my prototype, and this is the front piece, and then I'm working on the back piece. But I have to finish the decreases because it's knitted in pieces, front and back, and check out the neckline.
And I believe it's going to be some sort of a dicky.
Yeah, but that's
the back. Yes, I understand. Yeah.
But I was thinking. I was almost finished on the ship, but can you imagine the humiliation if my neck was bad? I don't want to do that in front of so many knitters.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think it will be good because if you think the neckline will be this high, it looks very open right now. But
right now, yes,
I think it's good. So. I'm just gonna finish the decreases on the back because I took it out. I was not happy. There was something.
I like the sides. The sides are nice.
Yeah. I also were thinking about another way of doing the side, so I did the swatch, but that was not.
No, this is very nice.
This is fine. This is good enough when you steam it. So.
Arne was a little bit going back and forth on the blue. I said if you remove that blue, you're going to ruin the garment. The garment is beautiful with this blue color. And I think you were convinced when you saw the finished result.
Yeah, I think maybe it should be lighter, so the little brown dot in the center should pop but they pop. But I think it's fine.
They pop. They're beautiful. I love that blue. Yeah.
But
that blue's beautiful.
Now I have so much to do, so I'm going to leave this for a few days, and then I'm going to finish it and do changes. And then I'm going to keep this as it is, because this is the first prototype. And then I'm going to send it to a lady in Norway that we work with. She can do the grading. So I guess there will be a pattern.
Yes.
So out after a while. But this is the prototype. And we're both very picky.
I love the colors.
It has to be
I love the colors.
As perfect as possible.
I love the colors. The colors are beautiful.
The colors are beautiful. This we did for a Japanese brand many years ago. It was for sweaters and ponchos.
Oh yeah, right. For Hobira?
Hobira. Yeah. So I found this in the archive.
Oh, the design. Yeah, we did the design for them.
The design. We've never done this garment before.
But this is so we took a design that we did for them and we're redoing it now in a completely different garment.
So if this works, this will be the base for many garments like this.
And the yarn is Ask from Ask fra.
We haven't spoken English
we have. Ask is from Hillesvåg. Ask, you might know it in North America. Ask is a very nice yarn. It's a little bit stiff when you knit with it, but when you soak it, it softens beautifully.
And when you steam it. But I feel it already softens up a little bit.
Yeah, so we enjoy working with that one as well as the Norwegian wool.
But I'm going to show you something talking about being picky, because we went to England to London. And I chose this fabric from Liberty, and Carlos, you chose this fabric. It's see, the year of the horse. This is running horses.
I love this fabric. I said to Arne, we need this fabric in our lives.
And this is mostly African animals, but there's like a panda in there. And some animals have hats, but it's very nice. And I think I bought 2 meters and 80 centimeters. And then I start thinking.
You see?
Yeah. But I start thinking maybe I don't have enough. Because when you do a men's shirt like this, you see that if these animals, if their heads are cut off, when you button the garment, it has to match. So if half of these animals is disappearing, it should pop up again on the other side.
Well, luckily, Arne,
so we are going back.
Luckily, we are going to London in not this weekend, but the next. Actually, not the weekend. We're going after next weekend on the Tuesday. We're going to go to London. We're going on Monday, actually.
I think we're gonna buy a sleeve length of each fabric, so we can play with this
a little extra.
Because you know, if you have a pattern and it doesn't match when you fold it, that would be so disturbing.
Yeah, look what I did.
Yeah, but these horses also they have to run all over your chest.
Yeah. I want an oversized shirt.
Yeah, there should be enough.
Like a beautiful, like my Homo Faber fabric shirt. I like that one a lot.
And then I bought a pattern for a shirt. This one from Liberty. This is a cowboy shirt, and I think this is like a unisex silhouette. But when I look at the drawing, when you see the drawing on that, if it's flared, how do you say flared?
Well, it's shaped.
If it's shaped like
got
that,
a waist.
it goes out a lot on the hips. It could be the drawing is just creative, maybe.
Yeah, but we don't want that. We want straight.
No, we don't want it. And seeing this fabric, I was also thinking a cowboy shirt is too much.
Yeah.
Having that thing come that.
With all this this pattern, yes.
Yeah, what's that called again in English?
Well, all the different pieces that go together.
Yeah. So I found another pattern from Selfmade. So when I see this drawing, this drawing, that is more correct.
But
actually.
You could make your own pattern.
Yeah, I found my own pattern. I found the drawing. Oh, so this is from the final collection I did when I went to fashion school.
Yeah.
But then again, the placket. I don't want to have a placket like that because that's too much work. I want to have something that is quick and easy.
And we don't need the pocket either. I don't think we need a pocket. Do we need a pocket?
You don't need, but if you have a pocket, it has to match the fabric.
Yeah.
It has to blend in with the rest of the fabric, but you don't need a pocket. You hardly use a pocket. So I'm going to go for this one with no pocket, and I'm going to do 2 buttonholes so you can use cufflinks. So I think 2 more lengths of the fabric, so we have enough for the sleeves.
Yeah.
And then we should have more enough. And I think the dolls will look fabulous in these fabrics.
The dolls? I thought it was for us.
Oh, I mean the leftovers.
Oh, the leftovers. Sorry, the leftovers.
The leftovers. The leftover will be for the doll. So, and talking about the horses, the year of the horses.
Oh, yeah.
What else did we do last week?
Oh, yeah. We were busy last week doing all sorts of things.
Before we went on the cruise, we also made mittens for the year of the horse. And this is knitted in, that was actually very nice. You can do cartoons, Carlos, like knitted cartoons.
Look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a good singer. We talked about that before. You could sing.
Yes, we've done Year of the Horse mittens for all of you.
But I should actually have brought another pair of mittens that we have used a lot, because these, they the yarn felt when you use the mittens. So if they are a little bit too big, don't worry. This is perfect on us, but after go skiing and working in outside, they will shrink a little bit. So they shrink quite a lot actually. So if you feel the mitten is a little bit too big, use it and it will change. Or you can do the same pattern with a smaller needle.
Yeah.
Then you get a small mitten. So that was the year of the horse. But
we have a horse
also found
too.
This one.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have.
But it's a year of the horse.
Yeah. We actually don't have this on our website right now, but we should.
You should.
We should activate the link again and
especially now with the year of the horse.
Yeah.
Isn't it in the old sock yarn?
It's in the old sock yarn, yeah, but you could do it in the new sock yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to activate this as soon as we finish the podcast.
It's called Socks and More.
Yeah, we actually have this on our web shop, and then we archived it because we needed room for other patterns. But yeah, this one would fit well right now.
Yeah. But I have to when I talked about the shirts, I was going through the stash and I found this one. This is a shirt I took apart many years ago because it was a good fit, but with short sleeves. So this is another pattern, or it can be another pattern. I don't have the pattern. I have the pieces.
Ah, you cut it already?
No, I took one shirt.
Oh, you took a shirt apart. Sorry, yes, that's what you said.
This is something I found in the thrift store, and I like the fit on it. So this is also something we can use, but I don't know if it fits us anymore.
Oh, I mean, it must have. You know how clothes shrink in the closet? This one shrank in the bag, probably.
But this was a very good shirt.
When you bought it,
when
yes.
I bought it.
It's a small.
Okay.
We'll have to grade it.
We have to go back to the self-made pattern.
Yeah, or do some grading.
But I won't throw this away because it's a very nice.
It's a very nice shirt, and it's a very nice fit.
So we could make it. I would make the paper, draw it out, and just what do you say? Grade it.
Yeah. And in other pattern releases, not only have we released the mittens that are on our website, we're also going to put the horse back on it. But we also did a tutorial on this hat a few weeks ago, the beautiful acanthus hat that Arne will model for you because I already did my hair.
I have a bad hair day anyway. So that is a acanthus hat.
Very nice, very colorful. I like it.
I don't remember how that video went. I thought that video was maybe I was a bit confused.
Maybe.
I haven't seen it, but because I made like at least 2 versions of this. But this is the one who's on the web shop now. And it was really nice because when we were in England and bought the fabrics, we went to this flea market and look what I found.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
I found this one.
If you let go of the handle and show everybody.
Yeah, look at that handle.
So,
there's a lot of inspiration.
So
see?
It's very easy when you see this. So let me just tell you what it is, okay? And then you might already know, but when you go to thrift stores and you look at these kinds of shapes, you can identify the style immediately. I said to Arne, this is Art Deco. Immediately. It's from the 20s or 30s. And there's a very clear explanation as to why. If you look at the shape of the cup, and especially if you look at the handle, you see this very pointed shape, very, very typical of that time. So this is from the 1920s or 30s. It's Royal Doulton.
Royal Doulton.
You know, Hyacinth Bouquet's favorite china. But it's not periwinkles. No. It's got more of an acanthus design, which leads the thoughts to Norway.
Yeah, but actually, the name, I don't remember the name, but the name was nothing Norwegian at all.
No.
But when I took a picture of that with Google and search for it, I get this Norwegian pattern from a Norwegian brand called Bondemønster, the farmer's pattern with acanthus pattern.
Yeah.
So that didn't come up.
And it's kind of rosemaling, which is a very Norwegian thing.
And the same.
But to me, what elevates this cup and makes it something extra special is the shape.
I beautiful. Love it. It's so, I have coffee in the morning on my English desk.
in your Art Deco, in your beautiful Art Deco cup. And you were lucky because you found 2.
I found 2 and the sugar cup and one
the
for
creamer.
the creamer.
Yeah.
Cream. So this is my new hobby.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm collecting these now.
Yes. Meanwhile, it says we're talking about Royal Doulton china, which is
Royal Doulton?
Yes, it is.
Oh, from the periwinkles.
Yeah, no, these are not periwinkles, but this is the Royal Doulton as well. This
With
one,
no periwinkles.
This one is from the 1980s. It's got a very, very beautiful pattern. Hang on, there's tea on it, but let me just see if I can clear it up a little bit.
That's called willow.
It's a willow, but it's a modern version of the willow. So it's a little bit less. It's a little bit simplified. And then it's got a gold edge around it and a gold detail around there. And inside the cup, you see the cup is not, it only has the detail inside.
And you also found out you can wash them in the washing machine.
Yeah, because these are from the 1980s. These are machine washable. Yeah. We found 4 cups, 3 saucers, and 4 dessert places. Dessert plates. So we are missing one of the saucers. But I love the Royal Doulton for tea. Yeah. So I have tea every morning in my Royal Doulton. And we got these at a thrift store in Sweden as well.
Okay. But guess what I'm looking for on the next England trip?
Yeah.
More of these.
But
I also collect another cup.
Yeah, and guess what I'm looking for on my next England? No, not more. 1. I don't need more. I need 1.
You're not like me.
No, I'm not like you. I need 1, and then I can do tea for 4 with a complete set of 4 dessert plates for cake, 4 saucers, and 4 cups. That's all I need. I don't need 12. I don't need 16. I don't need 8. I need 1 more. And then I have 4.
Everything.
Yep.
It's the same with the other thing I collect, the other porcelain.
Yeah.
I have no clue how much I got now, but it's so beautiful.
Yeah. Speaking of collections, Arne has been doing his little paper workshops here at home with himself, by himself, and it's very therapeutic. I see him gluing and doing and cutting and all that. But yeah, his collection of Ken dolls is evolving, as you can see here.
The Ken and Alan.
Is there someone in there?
Yeah, look. I put this so I can see it in the bookshelf.
Let me see.
Open that one.
Oh, okay. So he puts them like that.
And
then when you open it up, you've got the...
And I buy this cardboard and I copy the size on the original boxes they came with, and then I put...
Oh my God! Look at that!
This magnificent. So what what I collect now is the whole outfits on a Ken or a Alan, and this should be from the first.
From 1961 to 67.
Yeah, not the mod, which is coming after that.
So this means he's complete.
Let me see.
I think so, right?
Yeah, he has.
All his things, yeah.
The flag and the M, but he also came with a
U.
U.
This one's not in here at all, Arne.
No, because I don't have the whole thing.
Ah, okay. Also, I
have. Was there nothing in there?
So they only go in when you. Meanwhile, this one, this one's barefoot, so he's still missing shoes.
That's
Alan.
Alan, best man. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Best man outfit. The snow. That was not moose.
No, that's not moose. And nobody's here to call it out anyway, so...
No. So...
Yeah.
So he's almost finished. He missed... I think he had a red tie and he needed the black socks and black shoes.
But you didn't put any...
No, but I have the picture. I'm going to glue it on.
And this one's really nice. It's got like a very folkloric...
Is that the last one we found on the internet?
Yeah, this one's complete actually.
He is complete.
Dutch.
He got everything.
This is Ken Goes to Holland. He's got his top, his pants with the little stockings on there. And then he's got a nice scarf.
I thought we had those white socks or stockings, but we didn't. So I have no clue which Ken they belong to. I tried to figure out why.
Sorry, I undid his scarf.
Yeah. No, but this is... we didn't look in the box, Carlos. There are something here.
Oh, there is?
If you open this one...
Oh, the robe is there.
The bath robe. With the K. And the little belt. But you see he need white underwear. He need soap, blue slippers, and a towel. But those things are almost impossible to find. So.
But this one can go in a box now. This one's complete.
Yeah, but now he's on display because he's so new.
Oh, right, yeah.
So next time we find a Ken, we can put something on him. He will go on display.
And in case you're wondering why Arne is enjoying collecting these, it's because he does like dolls, but for the Kens specifically and the Allens, from 1961 until 1967, the clothing is impeccably made in Japan. Yeah. Very high quality. The details are amazing. And that's the reason why he collects them. I mean, the jackets are lined properly. The pants are well tailored. Every detail is there. So it's fun collecting them because they're so well made.
Yeah, and I also, this doesn't have lining. He has a double front. So no, but the suits have lining and there's like another fabric on top here. So, but it's fun because when I find some of them and if they're not like 100%, I sew them and
100%. Oh, you've got a needle here.
Where did that come from?
It came from here. Very dangerous.
What kind? Is that a sewing needle? Or?
It's a sewing needle. And it was here. Yeah. It was on your.
Because I had a box with like this sewing needle thing in my backpack, and it opened, and there was needles coming out everywhere.
You have to be careful, Arne, with these things. You don't want to hurt yourself. I don't want you to hurt yourself. But yeah, it was there. Sorry.
Okay, so I've been walking around with that for a while.
Yeah. Okay. You were okay. You didn't kill yourself.
No. So that's this is the newest Ken.
Yeah. And then Arne bought on eBay 5 Kens with some garments that are coming soon. So
you have to do 5 new boxes.
Yeah. There's a baseball player and an American football player.
Yeah, and for the baseball we have the helmet and this thing, but we didn't have the red polo or the red college can sweater.
But as soon as you have all the outfits completed, you could sell the extras that you have.
I could.
You could sell them or you could trade them to get other things. Yeah. So there's lots of things to do.
So much you can do.
There is, yes.
But I also think that for some of I found this suit for Ken with the flower, and I had the other suit with no flower, and I have to check if the buttons are okay. Then I can take buttons of one and put on the other.
Yes.
But I was thinking I can customize.
Yes.
If I have too many of one thing, I can customize one of them.
Yes, you can.
You know that suit will be nice with sequins all over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could make some real designer wear for them.
I can.
Don't throw them away. Let's keep them and do some fun things with them.
I can also do like a waist canvas embroidery on the back. So that will also be nice. So yeah. Now I'm going to show you something. You probably remember. I think I've showed this one many times. This is a loom.
For weaving that I found in the thrift store in Bodø on one of our trips. And it's a traditional Sami, right?
Yeah, I was 100% sure it was Sami. But I wasn't 100%, but it looked very Sami. And then I found this book. Last time you were cutting your hair and I didn't. I went to the secondhand bookshop and I found this one. It's about Sami
crafts.
Yes. Culture and art, folk art.
Folk art, yes.
And I got...
Yeah, there it is.
Here is one of the pictures of the loop.
Yeah, lift it up so... And there's one on the other side, look.
These are a little bit different, but there's another one in here that is exactly the same.
Amazing.
So now I know. I don't have to wonder anymore because it is this one.
You're like a little detective there. You find items in thrift stores that intrigue you, and then you actually go out and you find out what they are and you get documentation. It's incredible.
But that's kind of hard part of the fun.
It is, yes.
Finding these things and...
Finding them one thing, but a random item that piques your curiosity is one thing, but then finding the documentation afterwards, that's pretty cool.
But now I can't find the other picture.
Well, we'll wait until you do.
It is the same wood carving that I found in this book.
But this is for one of those this is not a part of a machine. It's
No, you
use it.
What's that called again? That's we call it grindväv.
Yeah.
I think it's the one where you. No,
Is it the rigid pedal?
You
metal?
Can see it, that one. That one has the same carvings, but it has something extra on top.
Yeah.
So no, but it's the one where you pull the yarn through and you have the yarn on a stick and like a belt around your waist, and then the yarn goes out, and you can put it on the door handle or on something. And you make that, like when I did it, I did like this braid. I braided the yarn so it's not so long, and then you put it up. And then you weave like this.
Ah, I see. Very nice.
Because one yarn go through the hole in the wood and one in between. So when you pull this up and down, you can weave and you smack it.
Ah, yeah. That's the way you do it. Yeah. Yeah, there's many different kinds of weaving techniques, and also some machines and some of these big ones, and then the small ones. And then you can strap them to your back.
But this one you strap to your back.
Exactly. So there's so many ways to do it. It's interesting. I want to learn more about weaving. I think weaving can be very fun. We have a mini weave. We've done a tutorial, or not a tutorial, but we've done a video. It's going to come soon.
Where we start.
So we're not going to give it away now by showing you.
So that's another loom.
Yeah, that's another loom, and it's fun. I'm looking for very therapeutic.
And we also have big floor looms. So we talked about filming something in this summer if we can.
Yeah, we talked about setting it up. Yeah. And we'll see if we do it. I hope we do. It would be fun setting up this massive loom for everybody to see how it works.
Remember
that too.
Because when I found that, we have one loom from my grandmother. When I found that up in the barn, my grandmother showed me how to put in the thread. I don't remember those English names.
But nowadays you can Google it. And you know what? We don't even have to Google. We are on speed dial to Annemor. Annemor, she could help us.
She can help us, yeah.
Everybody knows that we're such big fans of Annemor Sundbø, the Norwegian knitting expert who has the collections of rags from her previous factory that she owns. But a lot of people don't know is that she's actually a master weaver as well. And that's where she started her career. So if we need help with anything weaving, we just call Annemor.
And we're also going to see her on the trip. Is that trip out?
No, that trip isn't out.
We're planning a trip.
It's going to be out. Tomorrow, I believe, we're going to send a save the date to the list. Tomorrow, so you're seeing this on Sunday. On the Monday, this is pre-recorded, so it's not tomorrow. But on the Monday after this, so on March 3, we're sending out a save the date. And then on March 10, we opened our Knitting Under the Borealis cruise 2026, which will depart from Oslo, not from Bergen, but from Oslo on the North Cape Express. From Oslo. Yeah. It will depart on September 24th, or it will start on September 24th. The ship departs from Oslo on the 25th, and it rounds the Oslo fjord, goes down all the way south of Norway, and then goes up the coast all the way to the North Cape. And then it goes back down again, and then it stops in Kristiansand, where Annemor is. And we're going to visit her studio.
So that's on the way back?
That's on the way back. Okay. On the last day of the cruise, we're going to visit Annemor's studio, hang out with her, and we're going to learn everything about her rag pile and weaving. I want people to learn more about traditional Norwegian weaving too. And she's the right person.
But that's what she has in that studio.
Yeah.
It's her weaving.
Her weaving is phenomenal.
Utterly,
spectacular.
So we're going to meet up in the Husfrid, and then half of the group will be in the Husfrid, and half of the group go to Annemor, and then we switch.
Yeah. So that trip is going to open soon. Knitting Under the Borealis in Norway on the North Cape Express. Actually, it's called the North Cape Line now. But I like it when it's called the North Cape Express. So I keep calling it that, even if it's not the correct name. So that's coming up. And also a little announcement to all of you. I know that about a year ago more than a year ago, so last January 2025, when we were knitting in Antarctica, we were doing a lot of videos. We were posting a lot about Antarctica, and we did tease that we were going to be doing a future trip in 2027. However, and it's sad news, but we have decided not to follow through with that trip, partly because of the fact that we're struggling with getting the right number of cabins we need, but also because of the avian flu, the avian influenza.
The bird.
Yes, the bird flu down in Antarctica has been quite serious, and I think that it is wrong of us to promote trips there right now. I mean, it is a very sensitive ecosystem and human presence.
Yeah, because if we are on land, we can actually be spreading.
Yes.
Like, there's like things you shouldn't sit on the ground.
Right.
You shouldn't put your backpack on the ground. You shouldn't.
Human presence human presence can spread it, and we don't want to contribute to that for the moment. Well, we never want to contribute to that, but for the moment, we decided not to go through with knitting in Antarctica. So that's off the charts or off the table, which means we will not do any expedition trips in 2027 at all. The only expedition trip we're doing in the foreseeable future is the one that we're doing from August 21st until September 6th in 2026. We're calling it Knitting on Top of the World. And I'm looking forward to that one because we get to spend my birthday on the ship between Svalbard and Eastern Greenland. Yeah. Arne got to spend his birthday knitting on top of the world last year.
And you said you had a nice speech.
I held a speech for you.
So much pressure on me because I'm not that good.
No, but you do other nice things. So, I'm sure that whatever you do, if you choose to do it, it will be fine. And if you choose not to celebrate my birthday, I'm okay too.
No, I'm going to celebrate
because I'm only getting older and older.
I'm going to celebrate your
and I don't want to celebrate that.
I will celebrate your birthday.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, we're going from August 21st until September 6th. It's an incredible trip that will start in Svalbard, well, actually in Oslo. We fly to Svalbard, then we sail on to Eastern Greenland. It is some of the most remote spaces on Earth. There's hardly any people there. I would say 3 people maybe. No, but
there's more. There are some small communities.
Very small communities, but not very big. It's all about the nature. It's all about the animals. It's about the whales.
And the world's longest and deepest fjord.
The world's longest and deepest fjord is there. And if you're interested in reading more about it, because we're not doing Antarctica, maybe you wanted to join us there. Since we're not, if you're interested in reading more, go to arnecarlos.com and go hit the blog. And I've got a blog post there for you about this amazing trip and links that you can...
This is Svalbard, Greenland.
Eastern Greenland,
Greenland and Iceland.
Yes.
It's like the Vikings.
It's the Viking trip, yes.
We follow the Viking.
We're following the Viking route.
How do you say Viking?
Viking. And it follows the Viking routes and its incredible, spectacular nature. Amazing ship. The team of scientists on board, there's 20 people on board. And they do everything from environmental science to history to ornithology. You name it, they've got it. So we learn a lot about ecosystems, sustainability, culture. The food is Greenlandic when we're in Greenland, Norwegian when we're in Norway. It is amazing. So in case you were considering Antarctica, now that it's no longer an option, maybe you want to have a look at this trip. Who knows when we're going to be doing a new expedition on top of the world or at the edge of the world in Antarctica.
And I have to be busy because my plan was to take pictures on the cruise we're going on in like 10 days of the dolls with all the outfits. But that won't happen because I haven't made outfits.
Yeah.
So now my plan is to bring the dolls on that trip.
And make the outfits while we are there.
And you have the camera, you can wipe out things.
Yes, I do.
So I can use that stativ and wipe it out.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's our next trip, folks. We are going to London for a few days. When we come back from London, we are going to prepare ourselves and we're going to do our Knitting Under the Borealis Cruise 2026 Spring Edition. The Borealis is there until April, so we will have it for sure. Whether we'll have it many times or one time.
Or on the last
I don't
trip,
know.
we almost had it every day.
Yeah, last trip we were spoiled, but the weather was very good.
Very good weather, yeah.
Very good weather. Anyway, what is very special about our next trip is that we're doing something unusual. We are branching out. So it's Arne and me, obviously, doing the knitting cruise. But we're also very happy to welcome our very special guest, Johi Locatelli, who will be spending the duration of the trip with us. And it is really something we wanted to do for a long time, to have her with us on a trip, because it's the North and South designers, which is very nice. She received us with very open arms and such South American warmth, the way only Johi can. She received us in Buenos Aires and our group before going to Antarctica last year. And we felt so at ease with her in her little place where she sells her beautiful bags. So we decided to invite her and do a collaboration. We're doing a special design collaboration with Johi for the cruise. And we are so, so, so happy that she's coming. I'm counting the days now. Yeah. And I think it's going to be a fantastic
It'll be a nice
trip.
Yeah.
So we will keep you all...
Pack again.
We start packing again, yeah. We have to unpack and wash and then pack. You know what? We just take it out of the bags, go through the washer, and then put it back in, and we're done. And then, we wear other clothes in the meantime.
I didn't use all of the clothes either.
No, neither did I.
Because I packed too much. I have black belt in
packing. Yeah. For good and for bad. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, we hope you've enjoyed this first sit and knit for a bit, despite the sad news of Freya. We will miss her already now when we heard the snow falling.
Yeah,
You're kind of waiting to hear the barking and then the yelling of moose moose. Alas, no more. But life goes on. We move on. And we will figure out how to continue without her in the Arne Carlos family. And we know that you all will miss her as well. And it's been kind of a little bit of a thing. We have maybe postponed this podcast a little too much on purpose because we were not sure how to break the news to all of you, because we know that you're going to be as sad as we are. Anyway, we've done it now.
We have to bring out the knitted poodles.
Bring out the knitted poodles.
Knitted poodles. We should bring them out.
And remember our lovely little moose creature, and how that little bundle of joy, how that little bundle gave us so much joy. Let's put it that way. Anyway, we hope you've enjoyed this episode, right?
Yeah.
What else do we say?
Well, we say that if you like our videos, put your thumbs up. If you want to be a subscriber, you can be a subscriber.
And then you can turn on your notifications.
Yeah,
right?
And then you get the bling. And then you can also be members.
Yeah, for additional content, we've got our memberships where we have weekly catch-ups. We've got live streams. There's going to be a live stream coming for the members quite soon, where we offer knitting help. We've got shenanigans in the kitchen and our favorite quiz and Q&As, of course. So do consider becoming a member. The way to do it is go to our YouTube channel, look for the join button, and you will find it next to the subscribe button. Click the join and select your tiers. And if you are not interested in becoming a member, or you can't for any reason, don't worry. It's absolutely okay. We keep most of the content free anyway. And you can come in here and enjoy a ton of tutorials, podcasts, and lots of other fun things. So you don't have to. Anyway, Arne.
That sounds good.
We're running out of battery.
Running
out of battery. I'm going to go do my workout, and we will see you again in a month. And before for a new podcast, but before that, of course, a tutorial. I think we have a 200,000 subscriber and 30 million view celebratory episode coming soon. That is all about you, not us, where we are featuring your work. So thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see how that turns out.
Yes.
Right?
We'll see you.
See you soon. Toodaloos.
Bye.